Reach out to your doctor.
That's what I'm saying. I have health concerns.
Jesus Paqueta and others in Sunland Park and neighboring Santa Teresa have been to many public meetings since December to voice their concerns over the safety of the water that they are being provided. They said it has nearly 4 times the legal limit of arsenic, as well as elevated pH levels and discoloration.
If you're drinking the water here in Sunland Park, you're not drinking it safely.
Yours yellow today? No, not mine's yellow, not today.
Like many others in the area, he points the blame at the Camino Real Regional Utility Authority, which serves the area with water.
I have very low feelings for them dudes. You know, they give me a lot of anxiety because they know what they're putting out there, yet they're defending themselves. And not only that, they got the city council involved. I mean, the city council is no longer protecting its constituents. It's protecting Crua.
After living in the area for over 30 years, he says that he has seen health effects that he thinks can be traced back to the history of bad water.
3 of my brother-in-laws have gotten cancer. They've been living there for a long time. My wife has gotten kidney stones removed.
Jesus added that he once took this picture at a local laundromat with a sign that said the water is coming out yellow and it is up to the customers if they want to wash their clothes. Jesus also installed a water filter to his house, and this was his filter after only 1 month of use. Others say that they are experiencing health-related issues related to the water.
Rashes here and there, eyes, eyelids, you know, really red and rashed up, swollen, rashes throughout the body. You know, my hands especially were getting almost eczema style kind of skin.
Mark Alonso moved from out of state to Santa Teresa 3 years ago, and he says that he has also experienced health effects from the water. Like many others, he has to pay more to get water that he trusts.
I think we did the math, and I think it was around like $700 that year, you know, for a year of just paying for water, because, you know, we have 3 5-gallon jugs, and, you know, filling those up at, you know, $1.25 each, you know, for 3 of those. So that's like almost $5, a little over $5, and, you know, every 2 weeks or every week, you know, so it does add up.
Mark and his wife eventually installed their own reverse osmosis system in their house. While this fixed their issue with water, communication with Crua has been the next biggest challenge.
We maybe have gotten in touch with Crua on the telephone 3 times, and that was just the front desk. You cannot really talk to anybody higher up. I know one of their board members says that, you know, his number's posted at a bakery and you could call him at any time, but we've called and it was just went straight to voicemail.
This lack of communication has plagued Crua throughout its history. Back in December, Crua was aware of an issue with the water quality 2 days before notifying the public. In the days following the alert, Crua Chairwoman Susana Chaparro informed state representatives, senators, and even the Lieutenant Governor Howie Morales of what happened over text. Lieutenant Governor Morales says that the state is doing what they can.
Some of the requests that we've had from attorneys of people in the area, if the state can just come over and just take over the board, and we're not able to because of state statute. But it doesn't take away the fact that we are here available to provide that technical support, to provide the ongoing testing if necessary, and then to make sure that we can have the funds to support the physical plant itself to ensure that we never have to deal with this again.
Those funds may be important in fixing the water infrastructure. After December, a report detailing 58 corrections was given to Crua to fix from the state. As of May 3rd, they have completed 70% of the checklist. Along with that, a new powers agreement is restructuring the board to have water experts on the board instead of local elected officials, although this got delayed due to one of the parties losing the paperwork.
Having the ability for them to appoint technical expertise to that board, I think, is another effort that we're working to have that be in place.
It also appears that Crua was off to a bad start from the beginning. In the 1990s, a feud started between the city of Sunland Park and Doña Ana County over who was going to provide water to Santa Teresa. The city and county were locked in a legal battle, which ended when then-Governor Bill Richardson helped create an agreement between the city and the county that resulted in Crua's formation.
I drink the water.
Crua board member Alberto Jaramillo is one of the representatives from Sunland Park. At a town hall meeting in April, a resident brought a jar of water in for him to drink. He and the executive director did not drink that water.
So one of the persons that brought that jar, she said that it was been sitting there for like 4 months or something. So the issue, if in fact they did get the water 4 months ago, it doesn't mean that's gonna be there right now. So what I wanted to do, but because of the lack of the time, I wanted to go over there with the media to get water, if you know, from the faucet to show that, you know, I drink it.
At the same meeting, the CRUA executive director left before the people were done speaking.
Wait, the meeting's not over. Are you leaving? Are you done with the meeting?
Le llamé. Era una persona que estaba vendiendo filtros. ¿Sabe qué dijeron?
Although Jaramillo says that he stayed 20 minutes longer than he originally agreed to. KRWG Public Media reached out to CRUA for an interview with Executive Director Juan Carlos Crosby, but only received a list of the status of the 58 corrections back. Jaramillo says that the new agreement to restructure the board will help them get funds in the future and build the public's trust.
Nobody is going to lend us for 20 years if they didn't have a certainty that the CRUA it was going to be in existence in 20 years. But now that the JPA is already in place, it's been signed by, agreed to by the city and the county, and it's already signed by the Department of Finance of the state of New Mexico. Now we have the certainty that we're gonna be able to get out those fundings that were waiting for us out there. There was actually money from colonias that we couldn't get it from them, even though it was ready for us. We couldn't get it because of the JPA not being signed yet.
While CRUA is attempting to build trust in the community, many are still left skeptical after decades of bad water.
That was the thing, was don't drink New Mexico water, you know, it's always bad. But now seeing how bad this actually is a little shocking, you know.
CRUA's new board has yet to be announced, but in the time after March 18th, they have passed 4 arsenic tests in a row. For KRWG Public Media, I'm Noah Reyes.